8 minit kami dah masuk dalam bas dan meninggalkan Hotel Novi Zagreb untuk ke Bandar Zagreb untuk Zagreb City Tour. Okay.
She will be your local guide in Zagreb. After when we finish Zagreb, today we are going to see Plitvice Lake. You will see Plitvice Lake is one of the best destinations on this tour. Very beautiful. And after when we finish Plitvice Lake, we are going in Bosnia and Herzegovina in town of Bidać, Hotel Emporium. Very nice hotel, you will see. We have there also dinner, but today we have no lunch. That's why use your time in Zagreb when you're gonna have free time to eat something before we are moving to Plitvice Lakes. Also, Zagreb, you must change your money. While in Zagreb, you will see in the city center there are many of exchanges. And when you don't spend all of them with us, we also have a trip in Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is also inside Croatia, and you can spend with us in Dubrovnik. Today is a good day. Today is a sunny day. You will join in the tour of Zagreb. Anita is a professional guide. She works just in Zagreb, and everything that you want to know from Zagreb, ask her. She will give you the information. Okay. Give the bottle of water. I will do it later when we move to Plitvice Lakes. I think you are not thirsty, right? Later is better, okay?
Tiga di Balkan. Dan alhamdulillah kita akan lawat kota Zagreb hari ini. Dan kita nak jumpa dengan tour guide Zagreb ni yang bernama Anita ni orang Croatia lah. Sebab biasanya kita pergi satu negara tu, kita tak boleh bawa tour guide dari luar lah, kena tour guide dia juga kan. Jadi kena jumpa dia lah. Okay. Kat Zagreb ni mungkin kita boleh lah nak super shopping sikit lah, gambaran masjid. Kita lalu buat syahid di sambungan makam sampai sekarang. Dan makam tersebut dia tempat yang sangat terkenal lah. Siapa nak dimakamkan di situ atau ditanamkan di situ, hanya orang tertentu saja yang boleh dimakamkan di perkuburan Lori ini kan. Mungkin ada orang Malaysia yang pernah ditanam situ, iaitu anak Haji Azam Ammar tu kan. Dia belajar di Istanbul dan dia insiden, dan Kerajaan Turki menganugerahkan ataupun memberi penghormatan ditanamkan atau dimakam di kebumian di makam persekitaran Abu Ayyub Al-Ansari. Dan juga musafir ni juga kan, kalau kita niat untuk menuntut ilmu, kita akan dapat ilmu. Kalau kita niat harta, ada orang musafir untuk mencari harta, tapi mencari harta macam mencari rezeki kan, orang dia dapat juga. Dan untuk mencari wanita pun ada juga niat macam tu kan. Nanti saya kutip nanti saya kutip pasport kan, supaya tak ada lari ke Bosnia. Tapi maksudnya sini Balkan baru ditawan Konstantinia. Dia kata dah masuk Eropah, patah balik ke Asia. Dia kata yang berdasarkan isi Sayyidina Osman kena kuasai laut Mediterranean dulu baru boleh tawan kuasai Konstantinia ataupun Konstantinia. Jadi bila sebenarnya orang-orang Balkan asal sebelum ada Islam, sebelum Osmaniyah masuk, mereka ni adalah penganut agama dikatakan Kristian yang sesat. Kristian yang sesat. Dan Kristian banyak jenis kan, banyak mazhab, tapi Kristian yang sesat. Tapi bila Islam masuk, bila Osmaniyah masuk ke Balkan, dia menawarkan Islam ni adalah sebuah agama yang adil, sama taraf dengan manusia. Dalam agama Kristian yang lama tu, mereka kasta. Maksudnya mereka ada kasta. Seperti kata mereka seolah-olah dia hamba kepada raja-raja. Itu orang punya sistem. Jadi bila Islam menawarkan kepada mereka, Islam tu agama yang sama rata, kan, membela semua hak sama ada wanita, kanak-kanak, orang tua dan sebagainya. Jadi dengan mudah orang-orang Balkan ini memeluk Islam dengan mudah. Jadi dan ikut di dalam pemerintahan Osmaniyah, dan Osmaniyah pernah memberi diskriminasi sama ada Islam ataupun bukan Islam. Kalau mereka tak Islam, mereka berbayar zimah. Kalau bukan Islam, mereka bayar zakat. Kalau Islam bayar zakat, kalau bukan Islam dia bayar zimah. Macam cukai lah kan. Jadi mereka hidup bahagia dan masyarakat hidup toleransi. Dan kalau kita tanya orang-orang sama ada Yahudi ataupun Kristian, bila mereka duduk dalam sebuah kerajaan Islam, mereka sangat rasa aman, tenteram di bawah kerajaan pemerintahan Islam Osmaniyah. Dan itu kita secara umum, termasuklah di Andalus dulu sebuah satu bandar namanya Toledo, siapa pernah pergi Spain kan, Toledo tu, dia satu bandar kota contoh toleransi agama yang sangat baik di bawah pemerintahan Islam. Masa tu pada kerajaan Yahudi ataupun Kristian, mereka duduk sekali dalam satu masyarakat dan duduk secara harmoni, tak ada masalah pun. Mereka sama dan tak ada isu-isu pergauman agama dan sebagainya. Bila jatuhnya perang, bila jatuh komunis kan, jadi masing-masing negara yang seluruh Yugoslavia ni, masing-masing membina negara masing-masing. Rusia, Serbia, semua yang banyak keputusannya adalah Serbia lah, atau sekarang korban sebenarnya. Tapi bila banyak kali berkatan itu sebab agak sensitif juga benda tu kan. Jadi pecah lah. Serbia buat negara dia, Rusia buat negara dia, Bosnia buat negara dia, Macedonia dan sebagainya. Bosnia buat negara dia, buat negara raya kan. Apa yang menjadi isu dia adalah Bosnia, sebab Bosnia majoriti adalah negara Islam. Dan selepas pilihan raya yang menang tu adalah Ali Izzat Begovic tu, adalah merupakan seorang lepasan Al-Azhar, seorang ulama yang hebat kan. Ini dia kita dah mengapa ditentang oleh Barat. Bukan Serbia saja, bukan masuk ke Serbia, tapi Barat lah. Barat menentang penubuhan Bosnia ni walaupun menggunakan sistem demokrasi yang betul, tetapi mereka tidak mengizinkan sebuah negara Islam yang majoriti Islam dan dipimpin oleh ulama pula. Dan ulama ni seorang ulama dalam kawasan Al-Azhar mentadbir dan menjadi presiden sebuah negara Bosnia. Tekanan pada Barat yang menyebabkan mereka cuba nak istilahnya genocide, seolah nak menghapuskan bangsa Bosnia ni di sini lah kan. Dan berlaku peperangan, dan peperangan ni berlaku tahun 91, 4 tahun lah. Tapi sebenarnya biasa jadi orang nak cerita sebenarnya macam soalan macam isu kauman atau isu sejarah yang baik bagi mereka dan takut menimbulkan masalah yang akan datang lah. Sebab banyak hampir 85 ada orang Bosnia syahid dalam peperangan tersebut kan. Sebenarnya masa peperangan sebab saya pun duduk di Mesir, dia tengah belajar dan mereka puasa orang Bosnia. Dan saya mungkin masa tu saya dapat beasiswa Kuwait. Masa belajar saya dapat beasiswa Kuwait. Bukan senang orang Malaysia dapat beasiswa Kuwait sebab saya orang susah kita dapat, bukan sebab pandai, sebab susah dapat beasiswa Kuwait. Dan masa tersebut orang Bosnia Kuwait menaja anak-anak yatim yang bapa dia meninggal. Dia menaja duduk di Mesir supaya kanak-kanak lah, budak-budak dan anak yatim Mesir. Dan saya beasiswa Kuwait diamanahkan untuk menjaga kerajaan hotel lah, maksudnya menjaga basic tentang bahasa Arab dan juga Quran kan. Dan banyak
Sekarang kami sedang menaiki bas melalui jalan utama di Bandar Zagreb untuk menemui pemandu pelancong kami, iaitu Anita, yang akan membawa kami meronda di sekitar Bandar Zagreb. Beliau akan membantu menerangkan kepada kami beberapa tempat utama, tempat bersejarah di Bandar Raya Zagreb. Kalau kita lihat di sepanjang perjalanan bas ini, kita boleh lihat di kiri kanan banyak bangunan lama, bangunan lama dengan seni bina katanya mengikut seperti Austro-Hungarian atau Roman, bangunan-bangunan lama yang dikekalkan. Inilah yang menjadi tarikan pelancong ke Zagreb. Setakat ini di Zagreb ini kami belum menemui sebarang masjid di bandaraya di bandaraya Zagreb. Sepanjang pergerakan kami pada hari ini, 17 Oktober 2022, iaitu hari ketiga kami berada di negara Balkan.
Because we have a river, we have a mountain range, and the Bear Mountain, I said the highest point is 1,035 meters, so in the winter time we like it very much to go on the top for skiing, especially in the end of the week. A lot of people that like to climb on the top, because from there we have beautiful city, and also we have this old part of the city which is good preserved with the cathedral and the upper town, and I really hope that you will enjoy during our city tour. So we are still in the downtown. I said mostly all buildings here they built in the end of the 19th century. Also you can notice the influence from the Austria, because also Croatia was a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire till 1918. But of course we have a long, very, very long history, because we knew Zagreb was already mentioned at the 12th century. But at that time there was two little hills to separate towns with city walls, and in the middle of the 19th century they were united as one city, as Zagreb. And now I would like to show you downtown, especially this green part which is very close to the railway station that we call Green Horseshoe. Actually in this area we have 8 parks and they're connected. That if you take a look on the city map you can see they look like blue. So we call this area Green Horseshoe, and it's extended from the main square and it goes down to the railway station. When you come to the railway station, if you turn right you can see also the beautiful botanical garden, and then if you turn right again you will come to another beautiful place, to the square of the Republic of Croatia, and there you can see the most beautiful building here in the why we use that name, because you know, if you drive with the same speed limit, you can catch on every street light a green light. Okay, so we will see our driver can do that, but honestly in the morning it's very, very difficult, because always in the morning we have a traffic jam. So after the next street light, you on the right hand side you will see this part of the green horseshoe. This is the most beautiful park. Here on the right hand side you can see the some monuments dedicated to the very important person. Also inside you can see one small pavilion we call pavilion of the music. Very often there we have concert. And on the left hand side this is Academy of Science and Art, also built in the 19th century. So if you follow that street, if you go down again, you can come to the railway station, or if you turn right you can come to the main square. So later if you like to walk, you can go till the end of this green horseshoe. For example, from the main square to come to the railway station you need approximately 10 or 15 minutes, and also you can enjoy in a beautiful view. And now we're still following this green horseshoe, and very soon we will come to the beautiful square with the name the Square of Republic Croatia, to see the National Theatre. We changed the name of the square several years ago, because it was called with the Square of the Marshal Tito. You know, he was a president of ex-Yugoslavia. You know, after the Second World War was formed something that we call Yugoslavia, with 6 republics. So the first republic who proclaimed independence was Slovenia, 1991. A few days later, Croatia proclaimed independence, and that's why a lot of people, they didn't support that idea to keep his name to the Square of the Marshal Tito. That's why they decided to change it to call the Square of the Republic of Croatia. And as I said, Yugoslavia was consist of 6 republics. That was Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, Macedonia, and now we are independent since 1991. And Zagreb is the capital city of the Republic of Croatia, but we pronounce Hrvatska. In our language we said Hrvatska. That's why on the cars you can see the stick HR, so we knew the car is originally from Croatia. And now please take a look on the right hand side. You can see the most beautiful building here. This is the National Theatre. So the National Theatre was built 1895, but the construction starts 10 months before, so it means they finished very fast, and of course it means they built very bad. That's why almost every year we have to change something, you know, to rebuild this building, but still looks very, very beautiful. And on the left hand side you can see the museum. This is Museum for Art and Craft, you know, also in the same color, the yellow. So this color was very popular during the Austro-Hungarian Empire, because we know the Empress Maria Theresa loves very much this color. Also her son came here to open the National Theatre, and you see also the square, it's very beautiful, decorated with the flowers. This is also part of the green horseshoe. So on the right hand side National Theatre, on the left hand side museum, and this building next to the museum, it looks new, but it's new, but it's not, it's very old. This is Academy of Music, and also you can see this statue in front of the Academy of Music. And now we will pass very close to the main entrance to the National Theatre, and also you can see on the right hand side a beautiful well that we call Well of Life. This is the sculpture made by our famous sculptorist. The name is Ivan Meštrović. Ivan Meštrović for us in Croatia, it means like Michelangelo in Italy. Also he made another statue in front of that building on the left hand side. This is University of Law. He made a statue, you maybe already noticed, the sitting lady with open book. So we call this monument the history of Croats. So that's why I said Meštrović was very important for us. He made a lot of sculptures, not only here in Croatia, but also from Croatia, for example, like in United States. As you can see here, sometimes it's very difficult to make a circle because a lot of cars that parking here, especially the car in close to the National Theatre, also on the right hand side. This building actually also belongs to the theatre. Why? Because inside in that building, you know, the singers, because very often in theatre we have opera, or we have ballet, or we have some drama, so the actors or the opera singers, they can change, you know, the job here in this building. And it's interesting because they don't need to cross the street to come back to the theatre, because below the street there's a tunnel, so they have to pass through the tunnel and they can come very fast to do the theatre. And this building also was built in the 19th century, but now very soon we will turn a left. Again, we're going to follow the Green Avenue. So the one, it goes on the west, and the other one, it goes on the east part of the city. And now you can see another very important building here, which was built as a national library on the right hand side, also from the 19th century, but because 20 years ago they built a new building, very modern building, not here in the center of the city, a little bit far from the city. So now this building we're using as an archive. So inside we kept some very important documents, and also inside there's a beautiful ceremony hall. So very often we have some performance, or let's say some concert inside. And if you go follow the street, just go straight ahead, you will come to the botanical garden, which is also very beautiful place. We have this botanical garden thanks to the one doctor. He was a founder, and inside the botanical garden we have more than 3,000 different kind of plants, let's say, from all over the world. And there are 2 artificial lakes with golden fish. Also the entrance So we're still missing to see one very beautiful building. First, on the right hand side, you can see the hotel Sheraton. You know, here in Zagreb we have a lot of hotels, but now I would like to show you the one building. The project for that building was made for the famous sculpturist Ivan Meštrović that I mentioned before. And after the Second World War, he decided to build in this beautiful square the mosque. You know, but we don't use it anymore as a mosque. Nowadays, here inside we have a gallery, but because of the shape, we still call the mosque. You know, when if you have a meeting with someone, always we said, okay, I will be here, very close to the mosque. And it was built, as I said, after the Second World War. And now you can see it was built with white stone. It's a very good quality of the stone. Originally it's from Croatia, from the island branch. You know, island branch, it's made from the Split, the city that you're going to visit. So we're still using that stone, but we are very proud because with that type of stone, because it's very good quality. It was built also the parliament in Budapest, also the palace in Split that you're going to visit, and also the White House in United States. So we call it just White House, white stone. It's not marble, but it's very, very good quality. And as I said, we're still using. Which was built on the top of that little hill that we call Kaptop. So this is the oldest building here. This is the oldest building here, and of course very important for us because we're mostly the Catholic. About 90% of the population we are Catholics. Okay, so this church, this cathedral, was the construction starts in 13th century, but it's finished completely. And it's finished completely at the beginning of the 20th century. So the construction took very, very long, you know, because during that period cathedral was very often destroyed by the fire, by the enemies, by the earthquake, and still nowadays it's closed because, you know, 3 years ago we had very, very bad earthquake here in Zagreb. The first one as 2019 in December, very early in the morning, and 6:30 it was more than 5 degrees. You know, that's why still you can see a lot of buildings there under the reconstruction. Also the cathedral was quite damaged. That's why